Wow, I am so good at this game. Fantastic. Oh, and I just used up the last play on this Mizitsune quest, which I recorded here, but frankly I performed so poorly I feel like I should just use trailer footage for this video. I could reset the demo save file, or maybe play it on another account on the Switch. Ah, screw it, I'll just play Monster Hunter 3 again. I like this game more. Monster Hunter Rise will be released at the end of next month, and how do I feel? Excited, but I'm prepared for disappointment. I'll enjoy the game, absolutely. From the demo alone, I know I enjoy this game way more than Monster Hunter World. The Portable team has done a fantastic job all around, and they should be commended. Though, like Monster Hunter World, Rise continues the trend of streamlining or removing gameplay elements around preparation, survival, tracking, which is actively transforming Monster Hunter's genre from a fantasy hunting simulation game to a fantasy action game. This video, which I want to keep as short and concise as possible, is mainly an opinion piece discussing my personal impressions regarding Monster Hunter Rise. I realize that the opinions of myself are essentially null and void, especially since my impressions will never be heard by the staff at Capcom. I hope to at least maybe provide a voice for people who are frustrated by the developers' choices. As always, for the 10 people who actually watch this channel, please voice your thoughts below in the comments. This is an opinion-focused discussion, though. This all seems really negative. I want to make it clear that I am excited for this game. I have it pre-ordered. I'm going to buy it. I am really sloppy with 5th gen Monster Hunter. I only put like 600 hours into World, which is much less than any other game in the series. I'm excited to actually get good at 5th gen Monster Hunter and for the game to actually give me a hard time for once. So far the demo has done that, so thank you, Capcom. Honestly, I was completely on board with Monster Hunter Rise from the first trailer. The new maps are fantastic. They are leagues above the disaster that was Monster Hunter World's map design. The return of focusing on small monsters and their importance to the overall hunt is also fantastic, and I'm so glad that they're giving small monsters love again. The return of the cats and many of the 3rd generation monsters is very nostalgic, and I appreciate it. And this little thing is divided among the fans, so I'm very happy that they included the character voice dialogues, like the voice clips. I mostly only played Charge Blade for the demo, and I never got tired of this girl's stupid remarks during combat. I like it. I think it's great.
Gotta stay sharp.
I guess since while we're on the subject of sound design, thank God they went back to the old sound effects. I'm pretty much ready to just never touch Monster Hunter World ever again. Like, I'm one of the ones who modded the sound effects on PC because I'm sorry, but World's focus on realistic Foley did not pay off. It's some of the weakest sound design of it. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be negative. It is funny though how all the returning monsters in Rise still use all the old gen sound effects. I wonder if there's division amongst the staff at Capcom. I also love the hit sounds when you hit the monsters. As for the music, I haven't heard the full soundtrack yet, so I don't know if it's really fair to judge it. So far it's better than World. They actually remembered what percussion was, they remembered what melody was, they remembered that this was an action game. I like Mizutsune's theme. I can understand, though, why people would not like the vocals. It does muffle out the original composition, which was designed around not having vocals, but otherwise the song is basically the same. And that's basically everything I like about Rise. I like the spatial design, the production design, what's visually presented, and also that the audio is great. The combat is fine, again. I never got good at World, so I don't expect to play particularly well. What I'm disappointed on and worried about is the hunting loop itself. I find that every video I've watched discussing the removal of hot drinks and paintballs always use this same excuse, which is basically, the core gameplay loop is still the same as it's always been. You hunt the monster, get materials, upgrade your gear, hunt another monster. This is frustrating because it's clear that the genre of Monster Hunter has changed, and people's perceptions of the franchise has also changed. That core gameplay loop began around 3rd generation, where the series became less about hunting simulation, and now it's just a string of boss fights. It wasn't hunt monster, get materials, upgrade gear, hunt another monster. It was way more complex than that. It wasn't really much of a loop, it was more of like you were in a world and you were simulating it. I want to expand on this concept, but I need to be careful with my words here. I promised a while back I'd do a review of Monster Hunter 2 DOS, which I wrote a 100-page script for. I am gonna make it, I promise. Just give me a few more months. Hopefully, if I can get it popular, it'll shake up the community, or it'll just get no views at all, like everything else. We'll see. Monster Hunter Rise, like World, takes a step forward, meanwhile taking a step back, that ultimately improves the combat, but destroys the hunt simulation. They, for example, nerfed max potions. Now you require armor that boosts your maximum health, or the collection of endemic life. Both require player preparation and deliberate choice when hunting, and this is good! But at the same time, they removed hot drinks, so now there's no consequence for hunting in the cold. This removes player preparation and choice, which hurts the simulation aspect. There's no difference in hunting in the snow than there is in hunting in a forest. Why not have every hunt in the forest, since there's no difference fighting anywhere else? Why not just put every hunt in the arena, like Monster Hunter World started doing? Because in the end, all that matters is killing the animal, right? Get material, make better gear. Monster Hunter 2 has you double check the season, the time of day, the specific quest details before embarking, otherwise the experience will be much more difficult. You enter the quest of limited supplies because Monster Hunter used to be a survival game. Half the game was preparation. Modern Monster Hunter is removing the preparation. Now we have menus and NPCs that handle the farming and creation of potions and other hunting supplies, with no consequence or trade-off required. Look at Monster Hunter 3 and how they handled free hunting, and how the rewards for free hunting allowed you to get farm materials. It made more sense. It was a proper trade-off. Honestly, why even have preparation at all at this point? If we're just gonna stock the player up with unlimited supplies at all times, why not just give him unlimited use potions? I mean, frankly, the whetstone is already infinite use. Just make everything else infinite use. What difference does it make now? This is where the line of thought takes me, you know? Why have preparation at all? If people keep saying, oh, well, we don't like preparation, then just remove it entirely. Why is it only half there now? It's either we have it or we don't. Another example is tracking monsters. We don't use paintballs. We don't track the monsters anymore. So, is it by definition even hunting anymore? Why even have us chase after the monster? Because, I mean, as a speedrunner, that affects our DPS times, you know? Let us just fight everything in an arena, because all that matters in the end is killing the animal, right? There's many more examples, but I want to save my stronger points for another video, the review of Monster Hunter 2. This video has gone on long enough, and this is a complex discussion. Look, I understand that there are those who really like Monster Hunter for the combat. That's fine. You know, I also like the combat, but at the same time, there's also fans of this series who like it because they like to immerse themselves in the simulation. And so, by having Capcom remove the simulation aspects, people like us, the game soon becomes stale. It's why I stopped playing Generations Ultimate after a while. Because I don't want a string of boss fights, you know. People like me, we want a fantasy hunting simulator, which is why I go back to Monster Hunter 3. We honestly want the game to punish us for being in a cold map without having a hot drink or anything else to counter it. It's as simple as that. Look, I hope Rise continues to prove me wrong, and I'm hoping that it is a very addicting and fun game, like they usually are, and I'm excited for it to come out next month. But, I mean, until then, I'm just going to keep playing Monster Hunter 3. I'm not going to keep playing that demo. Have fun. Enjoy yourself.
Sorry, it's all my fault.